playing Minecraft, a couple things are usually a given, land being one of them. But what if it wasn't? Today I'm challenging myself to spend 100 days on a raft and by building a cozy home, farm, fishing area, and even a hut for Millie. Join me as we not only survive, but thrive way out in the middle of the ocean. Okay, so I knew this video was gonna be different to my normal ones, but oh my gosh, this is weird. I literally have nothing. Where am I meant to get all my stuff from? This raft is tiny. I think my best bet is to venture all the way out here, or here, or here, or here, and just hope I find some land or a village or something before I run out of, hunger. Oh, you know what? That's not too bad. So this is definitely our best bet for getting some food, maybe a bed, well, definitely a bed, and probably some tools. What is this guy's little... That seems smaller than usual. Like, I know the little ones exist, but that seems very much smaller. Anyways, what do you have for me? Please be something good. Okay. Perfect. Oh my goodness. Do we need this obsidian? Maybe not, but we'll take it. So let's make ourselves our pickaxe, and then let's make ourselves an axe. And I think we're good to go. And by good to go, I mean good to go back to the raft and drop this stuff off. I set out for some materials by swimming to the nearest island. There I found a cave to sort out my tool and armor situation. And once that was done, I gathered some various woods, including oak, spruce, and pine. I also collected extra iron and coal, as well as some mud bricks, and I rounded off my little shopping trip with some leaves and seeds before diving back in and swimming home. Okay, so the first thing that needs to happen now that we are no longer hurting so bad for resources is we need to get a little base going. So I'm thinking a farm and some shelter, but before we can do any of that, we need to expand this bad boy. I'm not going to do something crazy big here and fill in a massive square or anything, because I don't want to have to break a bunch of blocks I've placed unnecessarily later. So I guess this is actually more of a house foundation than a raft expansion. It still gives us a little more room to move around though, so I'm still calling it an expansion. Oh hey Millie, nice of you to join us. Finally. Building in the water kind of feels like building in the air. Millie, excuse me, thank you. Mostly because I have to crouch to do all of it, because otherwise it is super frustrating trying to build. Like, I have to do extra hand movements to be able to stay afloat and not drown whilst doing it. Also, Millie, why are you doing this to me? Okay, I feel like that's a good outline for the farm. Let's just add in a couple posts on the sides here, and then a little bit of detail by adding in a fence. Anyways, let's get this thing filled in. Now let's get this land tilled. And finally, let's plant the crops. Okay, actually, finally, let's just add in some nice little lamps. Just in time for a little nap. What was it I said earlier? Food and shelter. Well, the food is taken care of, so now it is shelter time. So I'm gonna start by building up a sort of foundation for this, just because obviously we are on water and I don't want to be in a wet house. Now I just need to add in some wood on each of these posts and then join them all up, and that should dictate the shape of our house. All right, that's looking good. Let's fill them in with not that block. I think this one will be much better. And then for the posts here, I'm gonna do a sort of mix of the oak logs and the barrels. Am I gonna keep it symmetrical? Yeah, I probably should. Okay, I lied. I'm not gonna do it symmetrical because I just think sometimes doing asymmetrical looks a little bit better and more interesting. And now I'm just gonna very quickly run around and add in all of the walls, and then we can go back in a second and punch out some holes for windows and doors and other details. Okay, lovely. Let's add in our windows. I'm gonna use these trapdoors because I think they kind of just fit the vibe of being on a raft. It's not too fancy and it just still looks cute. And then let's add our doors. And then I have these corner trims, which I absolutely love, which are gonna make this look so fancy so easily. Okay, so today I need a roof. There is already water everywhere and I don't want rainwater making it worse. If it does rain, that is. So I'm kind of going for like a raggedy kind of worn down roof, since I kind of want it to look like the raft has just been here for ages. The water, everything is just eating away at the wood. Basically, the edges of the roof just aren't gonna be perfect squares all the way along. All right, that's the frame of the roof done. Now let's fill this thing in with some mud bricks. I did try and avoid stairs at all costs here, but I feel like it was necessary to create the shape of the roof that I wanted. So here I am, having to use some stairs, but luckily it's not the whole thing, so I won't go crazy today. And now let's just fill in the little tiny roof I've got on the back. And that should be the roof done. Okay, I lied, the roof is not done. I just need to add in some extra details on the sides. And I think this is gonna help make it look a little bit more worn in. Oh, that is really annoying. But at least I'm not up in the air and just falling to my death when that happens, so I can't complain too much. Then on this side, let's do a couple of these, add one of them, and then a couple more of these. Alright, so just because it's a house on a raft doesn't mean it can't be a home on a raft, so let's get some detailing done. So let's add in some nice flowers just to make it look a little bit more homey here. Let's add in one of these, let's add in maybe some more of these. Maybe we'll do a fern over on this one. And then over here, we'll do a composter with some leaves in it just to make it look all cute. And then finally, let's add in some lighting. Then on the front here, I'm gonna do another one of these composters with some leaves. And then we'll do a little wall moment here with some lanterns on the edge. And then I think from here, we're gonna do a double hanging pot and put a couple of ferns in there. And I'm also just going to switch out this leaf here for one of these flowering ones just because it looks a little cuter. Then on this side, we're pretty much going to do the same as we did on the other side, but just very slightly different. Let's add in a pot on here if I can reach. One here and one here. And then on this one, we'll do ferns, we'll do some poppies, and we'll do some of these azalea sapling things. How adorable is that looking? Ooh, time for a little treat to do interiors for me? Why, thank you. So yeah, it is interior day and we don't have loads of room to work with, but I think we can make it work. So I'm gonna start with the bedroom here, and obviously it's not gonna be huge, but it is going to be cute. So my idea is to sort of make a little gallery wall type thing on the back here just to fill in a bunch of the space and make it look like there's a little more going on in here. All right, yeah, I like that. Okay, actually I just switched these two around because I think it looks better to have the black sort of more spread out instead of just on one side. But anyways, let's add in some cabinets here and then use a bunch of our trusty fake bookshelves. And then add in our corner trims again. Okay, that's looking super cute. So let me just turn all of these into bookshelves. And then I think we might be able to get away with fitting a kitchen type area in this space. I think a couple cabinets here, and then we can do a little chair moment. Should we do it here or should we do it here? I think we'll do it there. And then we can put a chair here and a chair here. Then that leaves this space open for us to walk through. Could definitely do with a few flower pot details. So let's add that in here. And then on this one, I want to use the hanging pots because when you place stuff in these ones, they look a little bit different. So it just mixes stuff up a bit. Then in this space here, I'm going to do a couch and a big plant. Should I do another chair here? I feel like no, that feels kind of weird. So let me just take that one out. Maybe just a simple painting would work there. It's definitely not the a layout that makes the most sense, but I think for the space that we have, this is really cute. The only thing that I need to do now is to add in a little bit more lighting because it is very dark. And just in case you were wondering, here is my little actual work area setup. It's very cramped, but it's doing the job. And I think I'm going to make a storage area later anyway, so we'll just close that up for now. And we can get rid of this now. My boots hit the road, all the water, as I headed off the raft for more materials. I gathered more wood as well as saplings for pine, oak, and spruce. I also topped off my coal and iron, then gathered a couple more leaves and some mud bricks before heading home. Okay, so I pretty much ran out of space last time and it's pretty annoying. So what I'm going to do today is expand and make room for a tree farm and some storage. Okay, that is the outline for the tree farm, and now I am, unfortunately, deciding to use some stairs for the edge of this. Millie, if you could just scooch a little bit, that would be great. Thank you. Alright, let's get this tree farm filled in so these babies have some time to grow. Okay, that is incredibly frustrating. I'm just gonna prop myself up here and, yeah. Do it this way. Now that's filled in, I'm going to cut out a few holes and then just mix it up a little by adding in some of this rooted dirt. Not that you're going to see any of this, to be honest, once the trees are all grown. Now all that's left to do is to place our saplings. So I've got a couple oak saplings, a few spruce saplings, and a few pine saplings. Okay, so as I said, I also need a storage area because our stuff is amassing very quickly. And I don't think the minimal storage I have in my house is gonna cut it. Even with the little secret storage with the cabinets and the fake bookcases. So here we are building a storage solution. So for the walls slash frames of the walls, I'm gonna use a mix of the barrels and the oak logs again. Just to make everything look very consistent. I've also just realized my house has a bunch of barrels like this one, and they are technically storage too. So maybe I do actually have enough storage, but not easily accessible storage. So we're still obviously going to complete this storage area. So I think I'm actually going to expand this area just a little bit too. So let me just build out from there. 1, 2, 3, I think will be good. Okay, now that bit's done, we can add in a couple of these just to add in some extra details on the outside. Can we reach here? Oh, we can, but we can't reach the second layer. That is super sad. Alright, now let's fill in these walls. I'm gonna leave spaces for doors on these two walls, and then I think on these ones we're just gonna do little tiny windows. Don't know whether I should leave 2 or just 1 hole. I mean, it looks like it should be 2, so let's do 2. Okay, that sun is going down fast, so let's very quickly get the roof on this thing. And now to finish this area off, I'm gonna add in a little fence type area, and then some extra details once I've done this part. And I'm just hoping that none of these areas are big enough for mobs to start spawning. So it is definitely still a cramped space, but it does look a lot better than what we had going on under the house. So I'll take it. And from the outside, it looks super adorable. So it's a win-win. I collected some more oak and spruce wood, as well as making some more mud bricks. I then collected some dirt and some more leaves. I then managed to find some diamonds to upgrade some of my tools and a couple extra for an enchant table. I topped off my iron and my coal before collecting some obsidian and headed back to the raft. I feel like I start every build by making this stupid raft bigger, but alas, this is my life now. So let's build out the foundation, I guess, for a cow pen. Is that Millie? Oh, no, it's fish. Okay, I feel like this should be big enough if I complete the square. Now I'm going to add in a set of stairs on every corner, and then I'm going to run around and just add a second layer of wood to all of this. I do feel like I technically should have built out the raft like a big wooden area, but I feel like doing it this way is just a little bit different and looks a lot cooler to just have a bunch of floating buildings. Just to connect these builds up, I'm going to take away those fences and then add in some stairs down to this area here. If I could just place the stairs. There we go. And then get rid of our little extras. So when pine trees grow in, they make grass spread and they make podzol spread. So I want to have a bunch of... Where did I just come from? Here. I want to have a bunch of grass, obviously in my cow pen, because otherwise they're not going to survive. So I'm just going to build around and then fill in the cow pen over there. And hopefully all of the grass will spread and then we'll have a lovely mini field for them to live in. Okay, let's get this thing filled in. In the meantime, I'm just gonna fence the area off and then I'm gonna add in a sort of little balcony type area. But let me just get these fences finished first. I really didn't want to jump in the water then, but of course I did it. Can I get around? Oh, I can. Okay, that's fine. Okay, now we can build up our little balcony type thingamabobs. I can't remember what it's called. Like a gazebo? I don't know, just a covered area for the cows. Okay, let's build up here, add in another one of these, and then one of these. And then on this one, we'll mix it up a little. And we'll do another one of these, and then 2 of these. Crazy, I know. And now finally, if you were looking at my hotbar and wondering why I have a million campfires, it's because I'm gonna top off this area with campfires. Oh, I have to lose one. Oh, hello Millie, where have you been? Anyways, this is starting to look like an area where something might spawn, so let me just do this as quick as I possibly can without burning my feet. Which I don't think is gonna be entirely possible, actually. Okay, maybe we can just go this way. Can I reach over here? Oh, I can. Good. Ouch. Alright, that's looking good. Now we can finish that off tomorrow and go take a nap. I should really join this up to something. But for now, it's fine to just swim, I guess. So I really want to be able to grow / produce some high quality food. So that's why I'm deciding to bring some cows over. I also do need possibly some extra leather for books, but first let's get this thing decorated. Okay, those leaves look really cute, so I'm just gonna add in some of these composters because I think it'll kind of look like feeders, and looks like Millie is struggling over here. Mills, how can I help you? There we go. Okay. Now you should be able to jump up here. Or are you just wanting to swim anyway? What have you got in your mouth? Oh, she's got a bit of a pine block, I think. Okay. Anyways, back to decorating. And to be honest, looking at the backside here, this needs a bunch of leaves covering it. Okay, that's looking really cute. How is our grass coming along? Oh my goodness, it is moving so slowly, but it will get there eventually, so that is great news. So the idea of getting cows was great, but I did not, however, think about how super hard it is going to be to bring them over here. So I guess let's just keep rowing and give it our best shot. All right, I have discovered some land, finally. Let's just hope there are cows on here. What's also super duper fun about this is that I need at least 2 cows, which means I've got to do that journey again. Cows. Looking for cows. All right, so we've got chicken, sheep, but still no cows. Finally. Okay, there's 1 cow here, 1 cow there. We only need 2, so that is perfect. Oh, another cow. Even more cows. Oh my gosh, they've all been hiding here. Oh my goodness. Okay, well, I guess I'll just walk through the crowd and then Why did I not pick my boat up? I could have just put my boat in the water here and then we could have been good. Okay, I've got 2 of you. Which one of you wants to come first? I guess I will just pick up my boat. And then we'll put the boat down and we'll see who walks into it first. Okay, you. You stay here. We'll be back. I will say this island is super cool because it pretty much has like every biome on it and I feel like I've never seen that before. Maybe not every biome, but it had a lot going on. And so I made my way all the way back to the raft with my cow. Okay, so I've got my cow in... Where'd it go? I've got my cow in place, but now there is another problem. Oh, it's hiding. There is a drowned hanging around, so I guess a pro to being in the water is that not many other scary things spawn, but maybe one of the most painful things has spawned, but... Okay, that's really not good. I do need to go back and get that other cow actually, sir, so if you could just maybe leave me alone, that'd be great. And so I made my journey all the way back to the island, picked up my cow, and returned to my raft. Now I can give these guys a couple pieces of wheat and then eventually we will have a lot of cows over here. And since the grass has actually started spreading in here now, I can close up this gap. Oh no! Come back, come back, come back. That is not good. We do not want that happening. So I think what the space needs next is an enchantment area. Just naturally, I feel like that's the next step. It just doesn't feel right without an enchantment area here. So I think we have plenty of space next to the cow expansion. So let's get this thing built. So I'm going to go for the same kind of vibe as these 2 houses. So let's add in some of these on the corners. Obviously this is going to be like a floating enchantment area, just like everything else. To be honest, the word I'm looking for is elevated, I think. Not floating, because everything is floating here. What I mean is that it is not touching the water, technically. And then let's place some of our bookshelves so that we can, well, get this enchantment area placed down. Okay, nice. Let's get our enchantment table down. They're all working very nicely, although I might take some of these out and then replace them with the different variations of these, because I think that will look a little bit cooler. And hopefully they still work as normal bookshelves. Okay, nice. I mean, they seem to be working okay. Not that I really need to enchant anything anyway, but it's just nice that it does work. Now for the walls, I'm gonna mix it up a little and use some of these oak logs instead of using pine. And then we'll do some oak planks as well, and then just do a little mix of both types of blocks. Now that's done, let's very quickly fill in the roof and expand out this little area here. And I think I'll probably add a bunch of stairs that go down to this area here so that we can eventually add a path or something that joins all of this stuff up. Finally, let's fill this place up with leaves. And let's also add in our stairs this way. Those are not stairs, Emily. Oh my gosh, it just got so dark. Ah, I'm having a bad time with stairs. Okay, that is those stairs done. I have no idea why that was so difficult. Probably because I'm just bobbing around in the water, but otherwise, that part's done. I need to get rid of these. Oh, no, that's the wrong one, Emily. What are you doing? At least now it's easier because I'm not bobbing up and down in the water. And that is our enchantment area done. I absolutely love it being open like this. But am I going to enchant my tools? No, because I have no lapis. You guys, I just tabbed out for like a millisecond and a creeper just blew up the front of my house. I thought I was safe, you know, being on the water and all and not having many flat surfaces, but I guess the farm is flat enough for a creeper to spawn. At least I'm presuming that's where this has come from. I guess this is what I will be dealing with tomorrow because, yeah, none of the blocks dropped. Oh, there's a piece. Whee! Well, luckily the damage is not too severe, so I'm just gonna place these blocks. Oh, I need to get more of those. Can't be bothered to do that right now, but I will. So let me just fill in these blocks here. Then we can add in our spruce stairs. Then we can grab one of these. And then we just need to go and mine a few extra blocks of oak. Alright, that wasn't too bad actually. But what I am hearing is these lights are not enough for the farm. So, I guess I'll just do torches. I have a couple of these oil lanterns, but I don't think they're bright enough. So let's just put a bunch of these around the edge, and I'm really hoping this is enough extra light. And to be honest, the creeper could have spawned sort of under here because it gets pretty dark. So let's also add in some torches around here. Maybe a couple under here, under the trees, to make sure that's not dark either. I think this is probably okay, and to be honest, the cows are definitely not okay, so maybe we'll just add in a few torches on each of these walls, and then we can come back in later and make this area much more aesthetically lit up. I set out to collect more oak and spruce and stumbled upon some cherry trees, of which I snagged some. After that, I grabbed some moss and more mud bricks before heading back. Okay, so Millie has been badgering me for a few days to build her a house, so I think after she's spent most of the time in the water so far, I should build her that house. I'm not gonna do anything crazy, I'm just gonna do a little type of hut thing because honestly, I don't think she's gonna use it. She loves that water way too much. I currently have her locked up in the cow pen just because I'm a little bit scared that she might actually drown if she stays in the water for too long. So I'm just building all the way around to create a little grass area. And of course, we're gonna have to connect our dirt all the way up to the cow grass so that it starts spreading because unfortunately, I don't have silk touch. Okay, I actually think this might be a little bit too small. So what I'm gonna do is break all of these and just extend it out under this bit a little bit. Okay, that's looking like a bit better of a space to work with. Now for the walls, let's build up a couple of these on each of the corners. And then we can use our lovely cherry blocks to fill this in. Now I'm just wondering if this is still gonna turn into grass though. Maybe we'll leave this piece out just in case, because then it can travel under here as it wishes. It's looking super simple, but super cute. So today I'm just going to add in some quick interiors, and then I hope Millie really loves it. The grass is taking its sweet time to spread though. Anyways, let's add in a couple pots on each of these corners. Then I was thinking a little pot in the corner here. Do we just do one or two? I guess we only have space for one anyway. I have this little pet bowl, so I think I'm gonna add that. I feel like that fits the little vibe quite well. There is one that has the dog food in it, but Millie isn't a dog, and also it kind of looks like Dookie, so we won't be putting that one down. But I was thinking we could take out these here and then add these in because they should also cover the hole for the roof, but also just elevate the build a little bit more. And I think it does. And I think that's all I'm gonna do here. I don't want to go too crazy, and it looks like Millie is already itching to come out and look. So come on, Mills, let me know what you think. Oh. Has she just gone straight in the water? She has, hasn't he? Oh my god. I'm just gonna go with she loves it so much that she's so excited that she had to just immediately take a dip in the water. Millie, what are you doing? Okay, so ignoring what Millie's up to, we can finally get rid of all of that. Place that back in, replace this block. Oh, did I mention I don't like building in water? Okay, so all of this should eventually turn green, and then that should really complete the look. Oh my goodness, if I keep falling in that water, I'm gonna die. Okay, so when that creeper exploded, I ran around and just added a bunch of these torches, and I think it's safe to say that they are pretty ugly, so let's clear up these and then place some much nicer lighting down so I don't go completely insane. Oh my god, I'm just gonna let myself float to the bottom and pass away. Just kidding, I actually would like to finish this build because it's coming together very nicely and looking super cute. It just needs some cuter lighting and obviously a few more builds. Also, before I do lighting, I'm just gonna feed my cows again because I have been forgetting that, and I haven't been breeding them. I guess you can have the final two. Alright. You coming, Mills? No way, she didn't jump immediately into the water. So I think to keep it all cohesive, we're gonna do this type of lighting just all around our little raft here. So let's go up 3. And then go out 2. Add in a sign, add in a lantern, and that is one of our lights done. The only thing is, we did discover that this lantern is not very bright. So we might have to go around and change them to normal lanterns, but I'm thinking and hoping that adding in a few of these lanterns should do the trick. So for this one, I think I'm going to go out on either side instead of just on one side, just because of where it is. And also just having more lights probably is a good idea. Okay, next lamp is going to be right here. 2, 3. Should we do the double again? Why not? Let's do the double again. And I think on this wall, I'm going to do a double, but I'm going to make it like an L-shaped double so that it covers this part of the path and also this part of the cow sort of area. Then with our leftover lanterns, we just as well add them to these posts just to make sure no creepers spawn in this bit, because I feel like this is probably a bit of a mob haven since it's... Where did you come from? I guess the cow print thing is random. I thought that if I like mated 2 of these, it would bring me one of these, but it's brought me one of these. Interesting. Are we good on the lighting? I feel like yes, maybe. Maybe we just use the rest of these oil lanterns and chuck them in this tree area. It's kind of hard to know exactly where to place these lanterns on the actual ground because these trees are going up and down pretty frequently. This is starting to look really cute though, so very happy with what's happening here. I think what I'm going to do is just bring something else out here, do a little thing here, do some stuff down here, maybe a thing here. Who knows? Maybe I know, but I won't let you know if I know. I do know. I headed off Raft once again to top off all of my woods and also to see if I could find myself any more coal and iron. Once I had enough, I headed home. Okay, so the idea here is that I want to make a kind of protected opening so that I can get some serious fishing done. But first I'm just adding these extra pathways, connecting up a few of the builds I've already done. Now I'm just gonna bring this pathway out over this bit and then connect it to this new bit, and then this is where our fishing portal is going to go. Now let's fill in the back of this to be the wall of our fishing area, and then also mix in some of these oak planks, just like we did with the enchanting house. Now we can start building up the sides of this, and oh my goodness, I did not think about the fact that that is gonna be a problem. Then let's connect these things up with some fence gates. Now for the roof, we're just going to keep it super simple and pretty much just do what we've done for the other ones, using these slabs and then filling it in with some, what are they called? Mud bricks. It feels like I've done something wrong here. Why is that? Oh. Ouch. Okay, that should fix that, and then when I break this, oh, of course, it's gonna break the entire block. Now we can go down here and fix these bits. And let's fill in these gaps with our mud bricks. Now let's finally add in a couple bits of lighting, and that is our fishing area done. I just thought it could also be super cute to add in a few benches on these blocks here, so then you can sit down here and you can fish right off the end of the dock. Speaking of docks, now that we have our little fishing dock, I want to get another spot set up so we can dock boats, just in case, you know, we have company or something. Or maybe Millie learns how to drive a boat. I don't really know. She does seem to love that water a whole lot, so I wouldn't be surprised if I caught her driving a boat one day. Is it driving a boat? Sailing a boat, I guess is the correct term. I guess it depends what kind of boat it is. I could technically just build this whole thing out one more, but I just realized I've placed it one block over too far, so I'm just going to pick up all of these and then continue on with my block placing. Just trying to do this without falling in the water at all, but are we going to be successful with that? I do not know. It looks like yes. Alright, good job me. Okay, now that bit's done. Let's build out 1, 2, 3, 4. And the same on this one here. Let's join these things up. And I guess get rid of these corner pieces. And then that is like the little bits where the boats are going to dock up to. Now I just need to do the same thing on this side. And then that is our dock complete, I think. You're making it too wide. I would say this little raft is coming together pretty nicely. And look at this. I can just pull my boat in right here. Jump out. Very, very easily. What is Millie up to? Oh, swimming, would you believe? My primary goal this shopping trip was wool. I also collected some spruce, iron, and coal as a happy little bonus before heading back to the raft. So this morning, Millie informed me that the raft is committing some serious safety violations. So I'm gonna spend the rest of the day adding in a bunch of railings so no unsuspecting people or foxes fall in. Again. Maybe all this time Millie doesn't even love water. She has just been falling into the ocean constantly. I think it's probably a good idea to also add in some railings over here as well. These little rope things are actually super cute. I'm glad that I found them and figured out that they can be used like this. I'm definitely not going to put railings around the entire thing because I think it will ruin the look of the build a little bit. So I'm hoping just adding in a few of the railings on these more open areas, then maybe that will just pass the safety checks. Okay, it's definitely not completely fox or human proof, but it does look cute, and I think it's working because Millie has finally chilled out. She is not so freaked out about no safety railings. So obviously we're looking pretty cute right now, but there is not a lot of vertical action happening on this boat, I guess. Pontoon, maybe we could call it. And I wanted to just take a second and set it up so there could be a little bit more. So I'm just gonna add in some sails on top of each of the build and make it kind of look like it's possible. So that's pretty much the base of it done. So let's add in these, and then all along the bottom here we're gonna do trapdoors, or not all the way along, but partially the way along. So now I've got to do the same on the other side. So for down here we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna build ourselves out 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then add in some trapdoors. Now for the wool, and I'm hoping this is pretty easy to do, but you never know. Oh, I've already misplaced. For extra detail and movement, I'm going to add in a bunch of these banners. Okay, that I think is that layer done. So now let's just go across here. And then I think we'll go up 5, I think. And then this, yeah, that does line up perfectly. So that is good to know. Now we can just run super fast and get this sail done because we still have 2 more to do after this. But once we get the first one done, it's always much easier to do the next ones. Now I've got to go back to this side and add in all of the banners on this side. Oh, and I need to get rid of this. And finally for this one, we got to add the rope. Oh gosh, this is a little bit more finicky than I thought it would be. Ah, why did I do that? Ooh, that noise was horrible. That really sounded like I broke my ankles, but I promise it was just the mud bricks. And that is our first sail done. Now I just need to add a sail to this house and this house. And that sun is going somewhere fast. So let's get ourselves up here and build this sail. I think that is just what this raft needed. They look so, so cute. Oh my goodness. Oh, I've missed my dock. Let's go take a nap. If you know me, you know I like to try and add little stories to my videos. So Now we're gonna build a big ship. We've got a few days left, so I'm gonna fill it up with something cool. And yeah, we've been surviving on this raft for so long now, and I think it's time to get ourselves set up to be able to explore more of the 7 seas. So I'm just building out the base right now, and honestly, I'm quite literally just looking at a picture of a ship in Minecraft and just trying to replicate it, but not copy it, if you know what I mean. Wait, replicate means copy, I guess. What is the word I'm looking for? Take great inspiration from it. Okay, the ship is looking not very much like a ship right now, but it's looking good, and that's all that matters. So the next step is obviously to fill this thing in, and I am so glad that I did this little frame first because it's gonna make this bit just so much easier. I'm doing a mix of the oak logs and the oak wood, or planks, I guess is the correct word for them. Just to add in a little bit of extra texture from the outside and the inside, I guess, because the blocks do show on the inside and outside, would you believe? See, like I said, I am so glad that I did this little frame first because that was super duper easy, and now I can just run around and do the same on the other side. I am kind of regretting this a little bit because it is super close to the 100-day mark, so if I don't get this done, I'm gonna be super upset, but I'm pretty confident in myself, so let's just turn all of that doubt into productivity to make sure that we do get this done. Just finishing off this last row, I hope, and then we can add in those details I was talking about. So for details, I'm gonna do a little upside down stairs thing here, and then we'll do slabs across here, and then on every post we will do the upside down stairs. Then on the front here we'll do a couple slabs and then fill in all of these gaps with some spruce. Just gonna finish off doing these details and then I will head to bed. I haven't actually built a ton of ships in Minecraft. I've invested in other kinds of ships from the ground up, but definitely not a ton in Minecraft. So let's get some of these floors done after I build up this other bit. On this side, I'm gonna build up with some stairs and some slabs, and then that should be like the base of this thing done. Do I need more stairs? Probably not, actually. Any excuse to not use stairs. I'm taking it. Ooh, what have we done wrong? Oh, that's what we've done wrong. That's fine. Oh, my goodness, we're doing lots of stuff wrong now. And I think that is all of the walls done. Is it technically walls of the ship? I feel like no. But this part is done. So now we can move on to adding in the floors. And then we can finally do the interiors, which, like I said, I am super excited to do. All right, let's get this thing filled in. Okay, so I think we can take a little break here before I have to build even more sails. And we can do a little bit of work below deck and finally do interiors. All right, so I have marked out a few areas where I'm going to put a living room, kitchen, and bedroom down here, and I'm hopefully going to make it look super cute. Again, we don't really have that much space to work with, but I do feel like this is more than enough to get us somewhere cute. Let's add in a couple cabinets as always beside the bed and turn these fake bookcases into actual bookcases. Then let's use our trusty corner trim to make this look a little bit fancier. Over here, I'm going to do a little desk area and then obviously put in a chair. And then I found this super cute decoration piece, which obviously just fits this vibe perfectly. And since this is the bottom of the ship, I could technically get rid of it and put blocks like I usually would. But for now, let's just do carpet around old-fashioned style. Just for extra storage and, to be honest, something else to put here, I have these double wardrobes, which are super cute. And then I have all these barrels, which just, again, add to the general vibe of the area. Then let's put a little painting up here. Oh, not that one. That one just really wants to be involved today. There we go, that'll do. We'll get rid of these. And then place some of these pots up here, just to make it look prettier up on this little shelf that I have no idea what else to do with. And then in this corner, let's do a big pot with a couple of these azalea leaves. How is that looking? I think that looks pretty good for like a ship bedroom vibe. Let's just add another one of these pots on this side table and then a lantern on here. And how is that looking? I would say that's that room done. So in the kitchen, I'm going to use my trusty old cabinets here, and then we'll do one here, and then we can do this all along the back and use this slightly thinner one to just fill in that gap there. Then I have this fridge and a couple smokers. Let's fill in this gap here and then also cover that up so it kind of looks like a backsplash. This bit here is a little bit awkward, but I think in general it's really not a big problem. And then I think it will look good to do a couple cabinets here just to really cut this area off. And then with our little lantern, let's put one of those there. Let's hang a plant from here and add in a couple stools. And I think that could be our kitchen done, potentially. Oh, actually, probably worth putting something on this side just so it doesn't look too one-sided on this whole thing. So let's put a plant up here and a couple of these picture frames. Very, very cute these are. And since we have some carpet left, why not just add in some of the red here so that everything carries over nicely. Oh, let's also add these in just to make this little walkway look a little bit fancier. Okay, then finally we can add in a lovely little couch area, and by little couch area, I really mean little couch area. And then, oh my gosh, hopefully I have enough carpet. No way. Okay, perfect amount. And then we can add in some extra storage down here. Even though we don't really need extra storage, it just adds to the boat vibe. I guess we have enough left over to just add in a few more. Okay, I think that is our little ship interiors done. I am actually really happy with this. I think it looks totally adorable and I would love to sail for a few days under here. One slight problem though, I didn't really think about how I was going to get back up and out of here, so I think I'm going to have to build something somewhere so that I can kind of crawl out of this trapdoor, I guess. Let's add it in here. Not exactly the perfect solution, but I think it's good enough. Oh, this actually looks really, really adorable. Love it. Anyways, I still have more of a ship to build, so let's get a move on. So first, let's start by building up this middle section here, and then we can have a little area under here, and maybe we can do that classic, like, ship captain room under there. Okay, cute. And there is plenty of room in here to fit a little piratey type desk, I think. Now let's just fill in this top area, and then we can get to work on building the sail. So same as we did for the other ones, we're going to go up 2, add in another barrel, and then we're going to go up 7. Then we add another barrel and 2 more of those. And then from here we can build out sideways with our slabs and then add in some of these trapdoors. Now all of that's done, all we need to do now is add in the wool for the sails, and I would love to say that this is the only one that I have to build, but I think I need to build 3. So only 2 more, but still a lot more than I would like to be building. Sail 1 is complete, and it looks just the same as the others. Okay, sail number 2 finished. I think this one looks super cool. I love the whole double thing. Let's go grab a nap. And then we'll finish off the last sail tomorrow. Okay, 3rd sail complete. Now what is left to do? Kind of hard to see. Oh, yeah. Okay, now we just have to get some rigging done. So let's get a bunch of rope strung up, and then that should be the ship finished. I don't know how I would have done this earlier, but it is feeling like something I maybe should have thought of earlier. Really hoping I can reach this. Oh, I can. Nice. This should be easier now that I've done the other part. I should be able to just do this like that and then go all the way down with the whole double thing. And I can jump down here and then attempt to place a bit here. Oh, that worked. And then we just quite literally go downwards, right? Oh yeah, okay, nice. Okay, how incredible does that look actually? I am in shock, I guess. I just didn't expect it to look that cool, but obviously it was gonna look cool because everything I make looks cool, right? Right, guys? Is everything I make cool? I feel like it is, right? Right? The sun is going down, but I'm pretty sure I've got enough time to finish this, so I'm just gonna run around and put in some extra decorations, so let's get that done. And by decorations, I pretty much just mean a load of barrels and chests and stuff, just to make it look like somebody is sailing on this. And I nearly forgot about the captain's cabin. It's definitely not really giving pirate, but it is cozy. And that is our ship done. How cool is that? Okay, so there isn't actually much left to do on our final stretches, so what I'm going to do is just take out some of the blocks from our dock here and replace them with campfires to make them look much more rafty. Gosh, at this rate, I'm pretty much just replacing, ouch, the entire pathway, but I just think it looks much cooler and way more raft-like to have these campfire things instead of just full-on slabs. Alright, now I'm going to add in some spruce trapdoors just for a little bit of texture around here. And then I think I'm actually going to add in some more of these lamps just around this area. Pretty straightforward, just exactly the same as what we have been doing. And I forgot that that was a thing because I didn't place the dock on the same level as like a normal thing, if that makes sense. That doesn't make any sense. Just trying to say that I have to add an extra block to be able to build up and also place blocks. What am I saying right now? Gosh, it's so difficult. It's like I can't build and talk at the same time. I feel like I always fumble when I'm panicking, but it's okay. We're gonna get this done in time, I promise. Only a few more of these. Okay, and we are finally done. Life at sea is treacherous. The sun is hot, the nights are cold, and Millie gets seasick. But as day 99 slipped into day 100, I couldn't help but feel a little sad to leave our cozy little raft home. I am Em, and this is Millie, and you have all been amazing. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to hit that little subscribe button so we can hang out with you in the next video.